Good morning. Happy Friday. We finally made it to Friday. Whoop whoop. Come on over here. Come on. She smells the cat. The girls have a cat and come on. It comes out, and then if it sees us coming, it'll take off running back in the house like.
Oh, there's another cat. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know, I heard that cat hollering. Come on. I know. Hey, you're kicking grass all over me. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Can we just walk by?
Please stand by.
Come on, we're just going to walk by. You are slinging grass everywhere. Come on. Come on. Y'all see the cat? That's the wild kitty. Well, the neighborhood cat. Get out from under there. Come on. I'm telling y'all, she is vicious. Come on, you're choking yourself. Come on. Come on. Come on. All we want to do. I know, baby. I know. You told them. Come on. Look at all that. Mushrooms. Come on. Come on. Come on. Goodness, we have woken up all the dogs. Awakened. Woken up or awakened. I don't know. Goodness. Yeah, you told him.
Now we woke up Coco too. You're a good girl. Yeah, you told that cat. I heard that cat doing its little right before she started going for it. I told y'all I'm good with this thing. I'm quick with it. Come on, leave it alone. Leave the cat be. Don't start scratching off again. You done slung grass all over me. Come on, shake it off. There you go. There you go. Good job. Well, oh, I can't see. Well, that was a glorious start to a walk, wasn't it? And now Coco and Max are outside and, hold on. Alrighty. Good morning again. What a glorious day. Sheesh. Well, anyway, I was just trying to say that the neighbor's cat had come out, and I guess it was visiting with Orange Kitty, as I call it. Sometimes I call it Scarface, but you know, the wild orange cat that has been here ever since I've been here. It used to come into my backyard. Like when I first started looking at the house, not in the, well, whatever. I looked in the house and at the house, but anyway, it was always in my backyard. And I was like, whose cat is that? I moved in October 1st of 2016, 7 years ago. And that same cat is still here. Through all the coyotes and the foxes and the owls and all the things, this cat is still here. It is living out its 9 lives for real. This hair. Does it seem strange to anyone else that I just got in my car and my seat is so far back that I can't touch the pedals and I'm laid back? I didn't drive like this. I mean, y'all, I wish y'all could see the level of laid backedness I am and how far back my seat is. I don't understand. Who's been in my car? I think I locked it. I mean, there's nothing to steal except things that hold my phone and sunglasses from Big Lots. But really, who's been in my car? Because the last place I went yesterday, let's see, where's the last place I went? Well, I went and got my nails did. Look how pretty. Aren't they pretty? I told her I wanted a berry purple color for fall. And I mean, she slayed it. I can't say that word. And then I drove to the church and Penny and I walked the church. And then we went somewhere and I got a lemonade. Okay, don't worry about where we went. You know where we went. Anyway, and then I drove home. And then I got out of the car and I took Penny in. And now, and I've got to go to the office because I need to fax a payment. But who's been in my car? Who's been in my car? I mean, all my change is still there. My trash is still there. So if anybody got in my car, they didn't steal anything that I'm aware of. I mean, probably the most expensive thing in the car is this tray full of change. You know what I'm saying? But why would my seat be further back and leaned back? Like I'm driving, you know, like I'm trying to be cool or something. I ain't trying to be cool. I'm just trying to reach the pedals and the steering wheel, and where my seat was, I couldn't do either. And it's electric or whatever, you know. It's a slide where you hit the button and it slides back on its own. It's not like you got to reach under the seat like the olden days and bend your, contort your body in half to grab that bar and scoot, and never ever have to do that on an incline like the driveway. Ooh, that Corvette is so nice. Squirrel. Never have to do it on an incline like my parents' driveway, because when my brothers would borrow my car when I was 16, I bought it when I was 16, whatever, they would sometimes borrow my car, and they would have the seat in the back seat, basically, and then I would get in and have to hang on to the steering wheel and hold that bar underneath and look like I'm on some kind of like I was in a rodeo, because I can't think of the right word. Anyway, doing that, trying to get my seat pulled back up. But this car's not like that. I just hit a button and it goes very slowly. You can't go anywhere in a hurry if you're in the back seat. And then you can hit this other button and it lays the seat back like that, right? So I could drive like all laid down, but I don't want to do that because that's weird. My mom liked to drive like that because she was afraid of the airbag, which I get being afraid of the airbag. Now I can't get my seat back right. It just feels all kind of wrong. Who's been in my car? Anyway, it doesn't matter, but I mean, it does matter because who was in my car? That's really weird. I mean, if they're gonna get in my car, the least they could do is vacuum it out and throw away my trash. They could keep the change that's in the change tray if they would vacuum it out and throw away my trash. But don't play with my seat. Why are you playing with? Don't play with my seat, man. That's just wrong. My sister has a car that you program your seat to the main driver. So like, I don't know what it says, D1. I'm gonna call it D1 for driver 1. I don't know. Or it might be main driver, MD. I don't know what it says. But anyway, you program it for you so that when I drive her car, which, can I just say, scares the ever-loving bejesus out of me, I have to, slowly all the way up and then put the seat up, because she's a little bit like my mom, that she likes to lay down when she drives. Anyway, when she gets back in the car, it goes back to the main driver, so she don't have to readjust everything. I don't have that in a Hyundai, okay? Hyundai don't be having the programmed seating. I mean, I'm happy to have buttons that move the seat forward and backward. I'm happy, totally and completely happy to have this car. I love this car. I had a small SUV. Actually, I had a Kia Soul, okay? Can we really call that an SUV? No, it's a hamster car. You remember the hamster commercials? But why didn't I bring a cup so I could get me a big old cup of ice? Because we have good ice at the office. But I had that little Kia Soul that I was driving around, that little hamster car, and I did like it. I really did. It was a lot better driving car than I thought it would be, unless I went to Blue Ridge and I was trying to climb the mountain that does go to my sister's area, and it wasn't so good on a hill. It was a 4-cylinder in that little Kia Soul. Anyway, this is a 4-cylinder, but this has sport mode. Yeah, so when you hit sport mode, which I feel like I'm in sport mode right now, it drives faster and it pulls you up a hill like really fast, and I like that about this car. But anyway, after my Kia Soul, I went to a really small car, like a little sedan car, and I hated it, even though I had it for a really long time, 8 years, 9 years. It was a great car as far as I never had to do anything to it. Matter of fact, the man at Pet Boys said, "Do you actually drive this car?" I said, "Well, yeah. I've driven it a lot." And he was like, "I've never seen a car this old in this good of condition." And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I bring it in for oil changes and things. I don't know. I open the hood and I put in window washing liquid. That's all I do. So I can't take the credit really. But it was a good car. It was a Kia Forte. And after I had that thing for 9 years, I was like, you know, I think Kias and Hyundais are really good cars. Wow. That was a hawk. What is it with these hawks? Anyway, I'm already at the office. Thanks for talking me here. But I just want to know who's been sitting in my car and why they didn't clean out the trash and vacuum it. That's all I want to know. Why didn't you do that? All right. Well, I'll be back. Okay. Payment has been faxed. Transaction successful, I believe is what it said. And for the people that's gonna say call the police, they can't do anything. They cannot do a blame thing. There's no proof, first of all. Second of all, they could maybe have gotten some fingerprints, but I've already covered all the fingerprints. You know, once you put your hand on that doorknob, it kind of covers the ones under it. And 3, if they got fingerprints, if they were successful in getting fingerprints, the only way that works is if the person who was in my car has been fingerprinted before, which means they've been arrested, they've been in the military, you know, on and on. So if it's just like a teenage kid, we don't have records of fingerprints on teenage kids. I mean, unless they've been arrested for very serious things. Anyway, so I'm not gonna call the cops because my seat was moved. No point in bothering them about that, but what I will do is make sure that the camera is facing my car. Yeah. I mean, again, I thought I locked it, but apparently I didn't because somebody got in my car. I think. I mean, how was my seat moved unless somebody got in my car? I just don't know how that could possibly happen. I don't know why I'm talking like this either. I'm trying to see if it's recording because when I hold it this far away, I really can't see. Anyway, since it's this time of year and it's time for the fair, that always started a multitude of phone calls to the sheriff's office. So I thought I would go over some of those phone calls with you. Like, okay, let me first say that just because we're the sheriff's office doesn't mean we have all the answers. Like, we don't know when the dump opens. We have no clue when the dump opens. However, people call us and say, "Can you give me the hours of the dump?" How in the world did you get the sheriff's office, first of all? If I was going to try to find out what time the dump closed, I would look for, I don't know, waste management and not the sheriff's office. But they would call us and say, "What time's the concert tonight at the fair?" I have no clue. I would say probably 7 or 8 o'clock, but I won't be there because I got to work tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. How much is it to get in the fair? I have no clue. How much is parking at the fair? I don't know. The last time I went, it was like $5, so maybe $5. How do I get to the fair? From where? I mean, from my house, I can tell you. From the work here, I can tell you. I don't know where you're coming from. Atlanta? Again, why are you calling the sheriff's office? How much are ride tickets? How much does it cost to get into the concert? Can I bring my dog in? What time does the fair close? I was just like, why do you think that the sheriff's office has all the answers to the fair? Granted, we do have deputies working at the fair, but guess what? They're at the fair. So me sitting in the office doth not have the answers to these questions. I do not. No. And I don't know when the dump opens or closes. And I don't know how much it is to take your trash to the dump. But I can give you the main number to Cobb County, and you can ask for the number to Waste Management and call them. How about that? How about that? Because I have no clue. I can tell you if you have a warrant for your arrest. I can tell you if somebody's in jail. I don't know anything about a funnel cake at the fair. I mean, would I like a funnel cake from the fair? Yeah. Would I like a caramel apple from the fair? Yeah. I can't eat either one, but they both sound great, don't they? I used to work at the fair serving food for the sheriff's office food booth, whatever it was called. Partners in Education, that's what it was called. And I could stand in there and take orders and give you your drink and tell you to wait over there for your food, but I don't know about the concerts. Except I went to a concert to see Sammy Kershaw, and I'm fairly certain as a 30-something-year-old woman, I fell madly in love with Sammy Kershaw. I was convinced that we would be married before the fair was over. Not really, but I was on the second row, and I was like, how you doing? Anyway, oh, the good old fair days. The people that used to call the sheriff's office about things would really blow your mind. This is the last story, and then I'll let you go. A lady called me and said, can you send a sheriff out here? Well, first of all, it's a deputy, because the sheriff is the sheriff, the high sheriff who be in charge, the highest authority in the county. Yeah, that's the sheriff. All the rest are like deputies, so it's not a sheriff or the sheriff. It's a deputy. But anyway, can you send a deputy out here? For what? Well, my 10-year-old son will not clean his room. Throw my pen across the room. What? I'm sorry? Excuse me? My 10-year-old son will not clean his room. And you want this sheriff to come out for why? Well, to make him. That's your job as a parent. To make him clean his room. We cannot come out and make your son clean his room. We cannot. He's 10 years old. That's your job. Now, if he's 18 years old and he's tearing up the house and you need us to come out and remove him, we can do that. But we cannot make your 10-year-old son clean his room. And then after I hung up, I was like, you know, Mama Shirley never, ever had to call the police. Not even my father, who was a policeman. Never did she ever have to call the police to come help her control her children. Trust me on that. She had full control with those eyes. She had that eyebrow that went up and you went, oh! Didn't take much more than that. I wish I could do it, but I can't. Now I'm just having another conniption like I was yesterday with the earrings. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I mean, I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. But I will see you on the next Tracy Tries. Remember that I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because these people be crazy. And I will talk to you later, okay? You say bye first and I'll hang up first. No, I say bye first and you hang up first. I don't know. We'll say bye together. 1, 2, 3, bye. And then we'll say, no, then we won't say. We'll hang up first. Okay, I mean together. We'll hang up together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, bye.